Venus, the brilliant morning star shining in the sky, is closer to Earth than Mars, yet we hear far more about the missions to the red planet. It seems odd. Shouldn't Venus, our nearest planetary neighbor, be our first choice for exploration? However, there's a reason why scientists are cautious when it comes to venturing to Venus. With its extreme heat, crushing atmosphere, and acidic clouds, Venus presents challenges that make it far less inviting than Mars. So, if Venus is just a short cosmic trip away, why are we still aiming for Mars instead? In the 1960s, scientists believed Venus could be a paradise hidden in the solar system. It was closer to Mars, and some speculated it might even have water and a tropical atmosphere. However, when NASA's Mariner 2 flew by Venus in 1962, dreams of an Earth-like neighbor were shattered. Data revealed a planet covered in dense clouds of sulfuric acid, with temperatures that could melt metal and atmospheric pressure intense enough to crush spacecraft. Venus, once thought of as Earth's twin, suddenly seemed more like a distant, dangerous cousin. So why don't we explore it today, despite its proximity? Venus may be close, but it's an incredibly hostile world, often referred to as Earth's evil twin. With surface temperatures reaching nearly 900 degrees Fahrenheit or 475 degrees Celsius, it's the hottest planet in our system, even hotter than Mercury, which is closer to the Sun. The atmosphere, 96.5% carbon dioxide, creates a crushing pressure that is about 90 times higher than the Earth's. To put that in perspective, standing on Venus would feel like being 3,000 feet under the ocean on Earth. The combination of heat and pressure makes Venus's surface a dangerous and unforgiving place. On top of this, Venus is covered in thick clouds of sulfuric acid, making it impossible to see the surface from space. The primary reason Venus is so difficult to explore is its extreme surface conditions. The intense heat means any spacecraft or rover would have to endure temperatures high enough to melt lead. Most electronics, instruments, and materials used in current space exploration can't handle these temperatures. In fact, the longest any lander has survived on Venus is 127 minutes, achieved by the Soviet Union's Venera 13 mission in 1982. The crushing pressure also complicates things, as it's strong enough to crush standard spacecraft that aren't specially reinforced. Another challenge is Venus's thick atmosphere, which is filled with clouds of sulfuric acid. This makes not only visibility a problem, but also creates a highly corrosive environment for any lander or explorer. Spacecraft would require advanced protection to avoid being destroyed by the acid, which adds another layer of complexity to Venus missions. Venus has an unusually slow rotation, taking 243 Earth days to complete a single spin on its axis. This slow rotation means that a single day on Venus is longer than its year, which has significant implications for the planet's climate. The long exposure to the sun on one side of the planet only exacerbates the extreme heat, leaving Venus with very little variation in temperature between day and night. In contrast to Venus, Mars offers conditions that are harsh but not as extreme. The red planet has a much thinner atmosphere, about 1% of Earth's, which allows for exploration with rovers like Perseverance and Curiosity. Mars's surface temperatures, though cold, are more manageable, ranging from 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius during the day to negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 73 degrees Celsius at night. While cold, this is easier to handle with current technology compared to Venus's unbearable heat. Mars also shows signs of past water, with frozen polar ice caps and the possibility of underground water. Water is a crucial resource for future colonization efforts, making Mars more appealing for human exploration. Despite its challenges, scientists have not entirely abandoned the idea of exploring Venus. NASA has plans for upcoming missions like Da Vinci Plus and Veritas, which will study Venus's atmosphere and geology, seeking to uncover the planet's mysterious past. Some scientists even propose sending high-altitude balloons to Venus, where conditions are much more temperate, about 50 kilometers above the surface. These balloons could gather data without being exposed to the extreme conditions below. However, while these missions aim to deepen our understanding of Venus, they are far from the ambitious colonization plans being considered for Mars. Venus's extreme environment simply makes it a less feasible target for human exploration. Although Venus is closer to Earth than Mars, its hostile environment makes it a far less attractive option for exploration. The planet's searing heat, crushing atmospheric pressure, and corrosive clouds of sulfuric acid create conditions that are currently beyond our technological capabilities.